Hi, this is Josh, the owner of Shamma Sandals, and today on Run With Us, we are at Wilder Ranch State Park here in Santa Cruz, California, and we are going to be running the Wilder Ridge Loop Trail. And it's late in the day, so what we're doing is we're looking for a sunset. That's our big goal for this run, a sunset run at Wilder Ranch. So let's get going. All right, so this run, probably my favorite run here at Wilder Ranch. We're starting basically at the farmhouse, running past the horse corral, and we're taking a left up the mountain. And from here, we're gonna get some awesome views of the Monterey Bay. And it's challenging, this run, in the sense that whenever you have an incline, it's going to be pretty intense. But when you finish that incline, you've got a good long distance of pretty moderate, very moderate, almost flat terrain. And you just get some of the best views of any run in Santa Cruz. So like these right here. Anyway, so I'm excited to do this one. One of my absolute favorites. And it's a great time of the day. Hopefully we're gonna get a nice little sunset. This first hill is it's pretty challenging. It's not the worst.
This is nothing.
This is nothing. What are you worried about, Willie?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I mean, we've done so many. These are rolling hills, not mountains. We normally run up mountains. This is a hill.
Willie has not run this thing for a while. He forgets that there's this hill up here that is just torturous. One of the hardest hills in the county. Mountains, I should say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh man, anyways, real quick, look at this view. Oh, you got the coastline out there.
You can see Monterey.
There's all the parking lot for Wilder Ranch. But we're gonna get even better views because we are heading up there. So I don't know exactly what to call this terrain. Maybe it's like a coastal chaparral. It's not my favorite stuff, but this is one of those sections of the run that I was talking about where, you know, it's just a really, really slight incline. It's almost flat. And so you do that first hill and you get this comfortable little trot afterwards. It's really nice. Save your energy, get your stamina back for the big hill that's to come. The thing is, if you follow this trail, you can just keep going up and up and up into the Santa Cruz Mountains, and you can actually get into some terrain where, you know, you're running in the redwoods, you're running in the fir trees and all that. So there's a lot of variety here and really a pretty place to run. All right, Willie was poo-pooing the difficulty of this hill. He was saying, it's nothing. We run much harder. Well, here we are. We're about to start. How do you feel now, Willie?
Child play.
Child play?
Yeah.
Do children play on the edges of mountains?
On the edges of hills, usually. Like
Do they stroll up them?
Yeah, saunter even.
Is that what?
For a quick jaunt up the hill.
Okay, we'll see if Willie stays with us on this hill. Wow, this is actually pretty cool right here. Still going up. Willie, it should have been run hills with us, not just run with us.
That's all we ever do.
That's what we do. This one kind of tricks you too, because you push up this gnarly grade and it doesn't get any better. You get to the top and for like 2 seconds it's flat, and then you get an even worse grade. All right, we're gonna leave Willie in our dust now. One of the stories I want to tell here while I'm out of breath is a couple of years ago now, gosh, 3 or 4, I was running this hill and I got up to the top of this grade. There was this woman there at the top, a runner, and she was all distraught. And I thought, oh no, you know, something happened. She looked all upset and I said, what's wrong? Well, there on the ground, there was this little bunny and it was wrapped up by some sort of like garter snake or something like that. The snake was probably a foot, maybe a foot and a half, 2 feet at the most, but it was a tiny snake really. And it had wrapped up this little cute little bunny, and there was no way that it was gonna eat this bunny. And the lady was like trying to figure out what to do. And I was like, well, it looks like this rabbit's not moving. Looks like it's dead or dying, it's suffering. And then this snake, maybe it could have put the rabbit's foot in its mouth, and that would have been pretty unlucky because it would have choked on it. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out of its misery while this snake, whatever it's gonna do, whatever it's gonna do. And then the lady's like, all right, I can't watch, but go ahead, do it, because this poor rabbit's suffering. So she leaves, goes down the hill, and as she's leaving, I think to myself, well, you know what? Maybe if I throw rocks, I was looking for a big rock, and I'm like, maybe if I just throw a smaller rock, I can bug the snake, and then the snake will leave the rabbit. So I started finding little rocks. I started throwing them at the snake, and it took its mouth off of the rabbit. And it started hissing at me a little bit, and it didn't like it at all. Well, I kept doing this, and finally the snake, it unhitches itself and it leaves, it just slithers away. And I'm like, poor rabbit, this thing must be mangled. The rabbit was laying there. Finally the snake leaves. The rabbit like sticks its head up, looks around, hops up and just runs off into the bushes. I was like, that was awesome. That was so cool. I was all proud of myself, but mostly I was just happy this poor little rabbit lived. Well, it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, I was running at the harbor. I've never seen this woman before, but I saw her a second time running at the harbor. I go, hey, you're from Wilder. She's like, yeah, it's me. I go, I threw rocks at the snake and the rabbit lived. And she was so happy. I was happy. We just went on our way. Anyways, that's my Wilder Ridge rabbit snake story. So here we are. This is one of the good little stopping points on the run. We're about to get to the bench which overlooks the bay. Here we go. All right, Willie, how was it?
Not as bad as some. It was pretty bad, but it kind of has little breaks. Makes it bearable.
We just stopped at the bench for a minute. We're gonna come back here at the end because the sunset wasn't like exactly what we want. So we're gonna follow the Wilder Ridge Loop Trail up the mountain. We're basically gonna run to the end of this meadow here. You kind of see like the top of the meadow there. It's probably about a half mile up, and then we're gonna come back through almost like the valley, the low spot in the meadow, and see if we can catch that sunrise. Oh, I'm sorry, the sunset. In any case, this is the last meadow really before you hit the forest. There's one more meadow, but everything around it is forest. So in any case, here we go, up the ridge trail. So this trail, like I was mentioning, it's really flat. There's this one little bump I'm about to go up, but I've been running for a quarter mile. It's basically flat. You know, if you ever run this trail, hike it, whatever, if you can get past those hills, it's really not bad. The views you get, pretty incredible. It's a pretty nice trail. It can be a little gravelly at times. I'm wearing my Warriors. When the trail's nice here, the Warriors are just awesome. You got to contend with gravel. You got to watch where you're going, especially on some of the single track trails where there's a lot of mountain bikers. They're gonna, you know, put in a lot of gravel for them. Mountain goats are great here. Chargers would be fine too. We're getting close to the junction. All right, here's the junction. We're going left here, and if we'd gone, I'm sorry, we're going right. If we had taken a left, that would take us up all the way up to UCSC if we wanted to go. But now we're turning back, and we're just gonna have nothing but the Monterey Bay in our headlights here. So I really do like this little meadow and the single track here. It's a lot of fun. And at this point in the run, you've done all your uphill. You're just coasting. It's really green here in the spring. But I gotta say, a lot of the year, you know, it's pretty brown. That's just how California is. But it's beautiful nonetheless. And I'm loving the colors right now as we're getting close to sunset. We did it. We got to the end of the trail. Awesome. All right, I gotta go back up this hill so we can get the sunset. I'd give it a 6. The lighting,
give it a 5.
Okay.
It's not affecting anything. Like, it's not normally, you know, when it like casts its light onto the bottom of a bunch of clouds. Like, there's clouds there, but the clouds are still white for some reason.
It's a fog bank. That's a fog bank. Thank you, coastal California. Look at it out here. It's getting all foggy, misty, and so it's like that sunset probably has like another, I don't know how much farther to go before it actually would hit the horizon.
But we're not going to see it because of the fog bank.
Yeah.
Cool.
It'll just go into the fog. All right, there it goes, Willie.
It's still there, Josh. It could be something. It could make its way to a 5.7 for all you know.
That's true.
Maybe a 6.2 for you.
before we're running back in the dark. That's all
That wouldn't be so bad.
All right, almost there. People are turning their lights on in Santa Cruz. We can start to see some of those coming on. And we got one more hill to go. Downhill, of course.
Just grading stuff like that, it's like all I do now as a teacher. I go, yeah, this kid wrote this thing. 8.3.
8.3. So here we are. We did our Wilder Ridge Loop Trail. It's about 5.5 miles, a little less than 5.5 miles. And we got a pretty cool sunset. It wasn't the one we were imagining we would see, but it looked like molten lava, a ball of molten lava dropped into the fog, which is pretty neat. Anyways, I hope you had a good time. It was great to be out here, but it's getting dark now, so we gotta run. See you next time on Run With Us. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.